Yes, Soumyaranjan.
Yes.
Tell me something about you.
So my name is Soumyaranjan Pradhan. I was born in Deoghar district, and my schooling was done in Palwara subdivision of Angul district. Then I have done my intermediate in Berhampur, and I have done my graduation in mechanical engineering from NIT Rourkela. And after that, I took up a job in Hero MotoCorp Limited in the Dharuhata plant in Haryana for 1 year. And then I have been preparing for civil services.
You have kept anthropology and political science international relations.
Yes.
As your subject. Achha. You are a very brilliant student. That is seen from your rank in HSC and board examination. This is 7th class board examination.
Yes, sir. 7th class board exam.
Hero Motor Corp Limited. That is the manufacturing company of Hero Motors.
Yes, sir. So it is formerly Hero Honda Limited, and it was Hero MotoCorp Limited. The name was changed in 2009, and it is the highest manufacturing.
Does it have any relationship with the Hero Cycles?
Yes, sir. So Hero Cycles and Hero Electric, they are the siblings actually, and they have different production companies.
Do you know anything about the owner of Hero Cycles? Do you know anything about his background?
So I know the director of Hero MotoCorp is Pawan Munjal, sir. But sir, Hero Cycle, I know that
the original Munjal was who established Hero Cycles.
So he was Brizmohan Munjal, I think. So B. Munjal, sir. His father. So
he was a legend in his own way. Why? Do you know?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. After Pakistan, they were living in Pakistan, and after Pakistan, they came to India.
Yes.
In Amritsar, they established the Hero Cycles in 1954, and it went on to become the largest two-wheeler cycle manufacturing company in India and in the world as well.
Yes. You have done your BTech from National Institute of Technology, Rourkela.
Yes.
What was it known earlier?
So it was known as a Regional Engineering College, and it was established on 15th August 1961.
You have kept political science and international relations. Can you tell me some of the texts from the recent Prime Minister's visit to USA? In your way, what did you think he achieved or India achieved?
Honorable PM visited the UN General Assembly from 24th September, and in the General Assembly, in his speech, he advocated for Make in India vaccines. The vaccine manufacturers should come to India and make in India, so that we will be self-reliant in vaccination, and we will export to other countries. And in that, he talked about global peace and how India is contributing to global peace now by promoting its agenda in Afghanistan issue, in Israel-Palestine conflicts, in Rohingya issue, as well as in Myanmar.
Did he talk about Israel, Palestine, and Rohingya?
No, sir, he didn't actually now talk about it, but he talked about India's diplomacy history, that India is maintaining this stance since our independence. And in Afghanistan also, our stance would be a peaceful democracy, which is led by Afghans and democratically elected by Afghan people.
Have you heard a term called AUKUS?
Yes, sir.
What is it?
So recently, Australia withdrew from its agreement with France for 12 conventional submarines, and instead it signed a pact with UK and US for delivering it nuclear-powered submarines. The new defense agreement was known as AUKUS, Australia, UK, and US, and it has irritated France because France was an integral defense partner of Australia.
Do you think the AUKUS will affect the Quad relationship? Because Australia is a member of both the organizations.
So after the AUKUS deal was signed, the French president, he cited his apprehension about it, and he also called our Honorable PM Modi.
No, France doesn't have anything to do with Quad. I am talking in terms of Quad.
Okay.
Who are the members of the Quad?
So USA, Japan, Australia, and India are the members of Quad.
That's what I'm asking, whether AUKUS will affect the relationship in Quad. What are the basic differences between AUKUS and Quad?
So Quad is the international organization for maintaining peace in the Indo-Pacific region, and AUKUS is a defense agreement for another defense agreement between Australia, UK, and USA. So as US and Australia are part of Quad and AUKUS as well. So I think both will be complementary organizations and they will not conflict in their actions.
Is there an agreement between Quad countries?
So recently, when Honorable PM Modi visited he also met the Quad members as well. And in that discussion, they talked about the vaccine diplomacy as well. But there is no formal defense agreement as such between the Quad members, but they are cooperating on a global level for a secure ASEAN region.
What was the importance of this Quad meet? Why it was different from other meetings?
In the background of the pandemic, this Quad meeting exclusively focused on the vaccine cooperation between the members and the cooperation required for a next stable world order.
It was first man-to-man meet. I mean, since 2006, when 2004-7, in fact, when Quad was formed, there was no physical meeting, only virtual, and most of the times the heads of the states didn't attend.
Thank you, sir. I missed that.
So, you have a very good career and you ranked 13th in the annual HS examination in
Yes,
the
sir.
state.
Yes.
There. You have given your hobbies as teaching, one of the hobbies.
Yes, sir.
What is it? Why do you like teaching now? Have you been teaching, or you want to teach if you get a scope? Teaching is one of the hobbies.
So, yes, sir. So, in the past, when I was in school, in the Guru Divas and Guru Purnima functions, we students used to teach and our teachers used to listen to us, that how we are performing.
Okay.
And I was a good student in school, so I used to teach my classmates and my juniors as well. So, when I was studying in NIT Rourkela in the first year and the second year, when I was in the National Service Scheme, we used to visit the local tribal village and we used to teach the students up to 7th class. And so it was a wonderful experience. And
What do you think? How can the National Service Scheme as a program, it can benefit the students, the young generation?
So as the motto of National Service Scheme says that not me, but you, it actually develops a sense of social responsibility. It is instilled in the students in their graduation phase.
Now, do you think in the present the scenario, something is lacking in the Indian people? Some quality, some values rather, which can be in fact strengthened through the schemes like NSS or some other schemes. What are the other allied schemes? I mean, associated schemes of NSS, like in school and college level? Red Cross?
Yes, sir. So Red Cross, Eco Club, National Cadet Corps, NCC,
Scout, NCC.
Scout and Guides. Yes, sir.
Yes.
So all of these institutions are very important in instilling the pride, the awareness, the rights, duties of the students as Indian citizens, and so it will develop a long-standing awareness.
I posed you a question: what is lacking in the present day people normally in our citizens that is not good for the country or the future? That can be done or accomplished through these programs, maybe in schools and colleges. Say, we have a social commitment, no? When you think of rights and duties, as much as we are concerned with the rights, are we concerned with the duties?
Yes, sir. So the Constitution provides us 11 duties to be performed by every citizen. And I, as a aspirant of civil service, I know this, but many people do not know about this. So through NSS, NCC, Eco Club, and as well as Scouts and Guides, we will raise awareness. We can bring campaigns.
Now, what sort of awareness? I want to tell you. More of commitment. What commitment? Social commitment.
Yes, sir.
Mostly. We are having, I'm interested for my personal gain, individual gain, but not for the society. Social commitment is lacking in us, which can be done. Do you feel all these programs should be made compulsory in the schools and colleges? Every student ought to take part, either this or that or that. Compulsory. You cannot just in schools and colleges, either NSS or Scout or Red Cross or NCC.
So till now it is made voluntary by the government.
Well, but I want to know, do you feel like it should be made compulsory to develop in them social awareness, social commitment, more of social values?
In our institute, sir, it was compulsory to choose between NSS, NCC, and physical education. So everyone chose any one out of them, and it will develop their personality in different ways. So it should be made compulsory. Yes.
Now, what is the actual present day government, BJP government in the center, and the previous government? What difference do you find in the international politics, the relationship in the foreign policy? What marked difference do you find in the previous regime and the present BJP-led central government?
So the present government is more actively pursuing international relationships. It has been taking an active role in adjudicating disputes. Like when PM Modi became the Prime Minister in 2014, he visited Israel and Palestine, and he also visited Bhutan, Nepal, Sri Lanka, the neighborhood of India. He also renewed the relationship with US. We have signed BECA, LEMOA, COMCASA defense agreements with US. And so we are also managing our relations with China and Russia as well. We have procured S-400 defense system from Russia. And with China also, we have handled very diplomatically the clashes in Galwan and in the Bhutan, in the Doklam Plateau as well. So I think that in international arena, India's pride has increased after PM Modi took over.
Okay.
So, coming to Dr. Mahmood.
Yes, sir.
So, the government of India has a program for aspirational district program.
Yes, sir.
You know about that?
Yes, sir.
What is that?
So Niti Aayog has identified 114 aspirational districts in all over India, which have lagged behind in the parameters, in the developmental parameters. So, sir, in our state, 10 districts have been selected as aspirational districts, and out of them, Gajpati has also performed very well in the Niti Aayog dashboard. Yes, sir. In the aspirational districts, in the district administration itself, they have provided a panel who will look into the coordination between the schemes of central, state, and local government administrations.
What is TEM program? TEM.
Okay. So it is the faster adoption of electric vehicles in our country, and government wants to phase out the diesel and petrol-driven personal vehicles gradually, and bring into we are setting up a lithium battery plant also in Gujarat, so that the automobile manufacturers will be eager enough to adopt electric vehicles very soon in our country.
And what is this vehicle scrapping policy? How it is going to boost the automobile industry?
So old vehicle.
In that sector.
Yes, sir. So old vehicles are not sustainable to the environment. So we are advocating for the old vehicles to be scrapped so that pollution level will come down. We have also implemented the BS6 norms in our new vehicles. And when we scrap vehicles, it will generate employment, it will generate a new industry in India, which has not been yet developed fully.
Can you say something in detail about the vehicle scrapping policy?
So,
The idea of how long old vehicles, so how many years, and private vehicles, commercial vehicles, you have an idea. And what is the government's promotion to the citizens to change from this old vehicle to new vehicles? Any incentive like that?
So for personal vehicles, I know that the limit is 15 years. After that, vehicle scrapping policy will be applied. So the commercial vehicles, I am not aware of this.
You know what is blue economy?
Sir, I believe it is about the aquatic or marine ecosystem in our country and recycling.
Ozone-led development. Ozone-led economic development is called the blue economy.
Sorry.
Okay, so you are from political science.
Yes, sir.
You cannot tell the basic things that what is the state of nature of crops? how we define the state of nature?
So, according to the English political scientist Thomas Hobbes, he believed the state of nature to be short, brutish, uh, violent,
Solitary, solitary,
Specific term, yeah. Very specific.
solitary, nasty,
Solitary, poor, nasty, British.
more nasty, British, and short.
Yes, sir.
And what is the difference between general will and will of all? As given by Rousseau.
So the will of all represents the will of the sum of.
Same or different?
Yes, sir, they are different as per Rousseau, and will of all represents the sum of individual wills of all the people. So, and the general will represents the majority will of the people, which
What is the surplus value theory of Karl Marx?
surplus value. Okay. Karl Marx has said that in capitalism, when the entrepreneurs are investing their money, and out of the industrial outcome, the surplus they will save and they will invest it again. That is called the surplus value.
Okay, so coming to Afghanistan. So, you know, the element of states, how many elements? States are how many elements?
So, according to the doctrine of separation of powers, it is executive.
Elements. I'm not about the elements of the states. State first of all elements like land, population, territory, government, and sovereignty.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Population, territory, government, and sovereignty.
Yes.
Okay. In case of Afghanistan, you see that all are there. It is state in the true sense of the term. Where is Afghanistan?
So yes, sir. There is demarcated land. There are significant population as there as well. But the government there is not democratically elected. It does not represent the general will of the people, as per Jack James Rousseau has said. And there are internal conflicts between the different tribes of Afghanistan, which is, and there is no constitution as well as of now when the Taliban took over.
Can you tell 3 reasons for the decline of the UNO?
Yes, sir. So the United Nations Organization was formed back in 1945 after the aftermath of Second World War, and the victor countries were given the P5 nations. But the world has changed. It had gone through Cold War, and now it has been developing into a multipolar world. The developing countries back then were rising now as well. The economic scenario has changed, so it needs a reform now. So the first reason will be it has not gone reform. The UNSC has not gone into reform since many years. The last was in 1964. So the second is the United Nations. The commitments are not binding on the member countries. So whatever resolution is taken in the United Nations is not implemented in the member states properly.
Oh, thank you. Good.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank
Do
you.
you want to ask anything?
You want to ask?
How do you assess your performance?
You are confident?
Sir,
Your articulation is very good. Subject knowledge is very good.
Analysis too
Okay.
also.
Analysis also. Sir को question ने टिके टिके मते लागिला.
ଆଜ୍ଞା
You are not analyzing.
ଆଜ୍ଞା
Analysis रे टिके मार्क कम देछि.
ଆଜ୍ଞା
Otherwise ଆଉ सब थरे बहुत बढ़िया. मते लागुची you will get into.
Sure.
Problem होब नाही. तेणु टिके ई ट्रैक टा रखंतु. Like मो first question कोन थला. What was the takeaway from Prime Minister visit to USA? You said what he said, what he did. I wanted to know what were benefits. What was the takeaway? Man, like he said, "Ab ki baar Trump sarkar." So there was a thought that he will not pull along well with Biden and Kamala Harris. If any breach was there, any gap was there, that was meant to be met during this visit. There was a bonhomie which can be seen. Then Quad meet happened. He strengthened the ties with these 4 countries. Then even he was the only person who told about the greater good of the greater mankind, and then he also talked about terrorism. He also talked about Afghanistan, that the land should not be utilized. He also said that some states are using terrorism as a tool without taking the name, unlike Pakistan. And so these things were appreciated, and he also told about what his government is doing for the Indians, and that is the most important. And along with the COVID diplomacy or the COVID cooperation.
But India want to do.
And he also criticized the question he asked lastly. He also criticized UN that UN could not live up to its expectations
Yes.
during COVID.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
so he left some self-introspecting questions to the UN.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. So I will have to read more about this.
Thank you.
Yeah, just keep track of the newspapers and when is your interview?
Not only, but performance is very good. So the chances are very bright.
Very
When is your interview?
Sir, tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Okay, all the best.
all
Thank
the
you.
best. ମୁଁ ଭାବୁଛି ଟିକେ ଏଣ୍ଟ୍ରି ସମୟରେ he was bit ମାନେ
Seki.
ହଁ ମତେ ଲାଗୁଥିଲା available
No,
because
no, his articulation and his
very very good.
Very
Yes,
good.
sir.
Personality is very good. What are you going to wear? No jean.
ମୁଁ ଭାବୁଛି your
Okay.
dress you take
Sorry,
care.
sir. Sorry, sir.
Yeah.
I will wear the formal.
Okay, proper pant and preferably white or off-white shirt.
ହଁ
Okay, all the covered up.
Yes, sir.
Up to it. And if you are not comfortable, don't wear any blazer or tie.
ଦରକାର ନାହିଁ just plain dress.
Be comfortable then you wear. Otherwise,
Okay, sir.
Everything is I mean very promising. ମୁଁ ଖାଲି ପଶିଲା ବେଳେ ଦେଖୁଥିଲି ଟିକେ ସେକି ଟିକେ something ବୋଧେ ଟିକେ ଟିକେ ଆଉ ଟିକେ smart
Actually, ଗୋଟେ board को ଦେଖିଲେ and this is a friendly board.
Okay, sir.
Andrew.
Yes,
ଆଉ ସେଠି ବି ଥାଇପାରେ
both friendly.
ତେଣୁ ଆଉ କିଛି ଅସୁବିଧା ନାହିଁ ଜାଣିଲେ ନା କିଏ ସତ୍ୟଜିତ ମହାନ୍ତି ନିଜେ ଚେୟାର କରୁଛନ୍ତି ଆଚ୍ଛା
Change for
ଆଚ୍ଛା
Okay.
Sir, what are the precautions I should take while entering and greeting the
Now
member?
only just when you enter, door ଖୋଲା ପରେ may I come in? You will ask. Then you come the way you came. ସେଠି ତ ଏସବୁ କିଛି ଦବାର ନଥିବ ତାଙ୍କ ପାଖରେ ଅଲରେଡି
ହଁ।
ପେପର ଥିବ ତେଣୁ ସେମାନେ କହିବେ ଟେକ୍ ୟୁର ସିଟ୍ ଥ୍ୟାଙ୍କ ୟୁ
Thank you.
ଚେୟାରମ୍ୟାନ କୁ ଆଡ୍ରେସ୍ କରି କହିବେ
କହିବ।
Okay.
Yeah. ଆଉ ଯଦି ଚାହିଁବେ କହିବେ ଗୁଡ୍ ମର୍ଣ୍ଣିଂ ଅଲ୍ ସାର୍ସ ଯଦି ନାହିଁ କିଛି ନାହିଁ ବସିବେ ଆଉ କ'ଣ
And
Sir,
if they ask you to speak, that first question was about you. Make it comprehensive so that that gives you a full introduction of yours.
And another thing is that you lead the questions in your way. Suppose the way I asked, tell me something about you. ସେଇଠି ତୁମେ ଗୋଟେ କ୍ଲୁ ଏମିତି ଦେଇଦବ ଯୋଉଥିରେ କ୍ୱେଶ୍ଚିନ୍ ଗୁଡ଼ା ସିଏ ଟାଣି ହେଇଯିବ
Tani.
Thinking of that.
You create scope for them.
Okay, wherever the field in which you are strong, you put a word in that direction. Suppose you have political science subject. तो ଗୋଟେ କୋଉଠି ନା କୋଉଠି ସେ ଜିନିଷଟାକୁ ଯୋଡ଼ି ଦେବେ ଯଦି ପଲିଟିକାଲ ସାଇନ୍ସ ଉପରେ କନଫିଡେନ୍ସ ଅଛି କି ଇଣ୍ଟରନ୍ୟାସନାଲ ରିଲେସନ୍ସ ଉପରେ ଅଛି କୋଉଠି ନା କୋଉଠି ଗୋଟେ ତାକୁ ଟାଣି ଦେବେ ନିଜ ଆଡ଼କୁ
You are thinking of the mechanical, with your background mechanical
ହୁଁ
engineering, and your work experience. You can highlight that to go to that.
ଗଲା ମୁଁ ଯେମିତି ହିରୋ କପ୍ ଉପରେ ପଚାରିଲି ସେମିତି ସେମାନେ ବି ତ ପଚାରିଦେବେ
Okay.
ସେ ଟେକ୍ନିକାଲ ସାଇଡକୁ ପଳେଇବ ଲିଭିଂ ଦ ସବଜେକ୍ଟ
ତମ strong area ଟିକେ indication ଦେଇଦେଲେ you can catch them instead of they catching you.
Once you enter your domain, you will have maybe dominance.
Okay, sir.
Okay, all the best. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
You have from a very good chance. Wish you the best.
Thank you, sir. Sir, I was honored to have this wonderful experience.
ଓକେ ଥ୍ୟାଙ୍କ ୟୁ ସନ୍ଧ୍ୟାବେଳକୁ କାଲି ମିଠା ପଠେଇ ଦେବେ ଏଠିକି
Thank you.
ହେଲା
Sir.